games in them. That'll help a lot. Kevin W. reminds everybody, Georgia Revolution, Georgia Storm tomorrow night. It's an 8 o'clock kick. I am not going to be able to make it down, Kevin. I was hoping that I would, but we won't finish the post-game show on radio until 8 o'clock. For those of you going to the match, which, again, 5:08 start, it'll be over about 7. If you are on the south side of town, I definitely recommend going out if you can to that match. It is in McDonough. It is at the old Henry County High School, the old Warhawk Stadium. Those two teams have been very evenly matched this year in NPSL. Revs won in Carrollton 1-0 in the first week of the season, 1-1 draw in McDonough earlier this year. I called that game and thoroughly entertained, back and forth, very intense. Lots of good players on the field between these two, lots of very talented players on the field between these two. Dylan Gaither from Atlanta United's Academy, who is starring at Mercer right now. He's with the Georgia Revolution, scored a great goal in their semifinal win. Andrew Carlton has scored for Georgia Storm a lot this year. Not as much as the GM, president, owner, everything, Stephen Bivens, who just keeps finding goals. But Wilfred Camden Chupa for the Storm as well. He's a player who's definitely grabbed my attention. I think he can jump a level if he gets the opportunity. Lots of talent, good, intense match, a lot on the line. It is the Southeast Conference championship match in McDonough, 8 o'clock. If you can't make it, and I will be tuned in on the stream on the MyCuju platform for that. Two really good local programs that are building the game in their communities. Both of them are doing outreach. Both of them are working with kids. Both of them have academy teams. Awesome to see that growth at the NPSL level. And those are two teams that are the epitome of what the NPSL is all about. Storm and Revs, 8 o'clock kick in McDonough tomorrow night.
Yeah, and Bivens has 12 goals this season for the Storm. Camden Chupa has 5. The game decider against Appalachian FC midweek was his 5th on the year. I think Andrew Carlton has 4. He got the PK that gave him the 1-0 lead initially. But very, very chippy match in the midweek for Georgia Storm going up against Appalachian, and then going all the way to PKs for the Georgia Revs, but it's going to be down there in Henry County, and it's this one. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be chippy, and it's going to be two great teams going at it to decide the Southeast Conference title.
Should be a great match. Sam, the field is much better than it used to be because Henry County High School actually doesn't exist anymore. It's McDonough High School now, and the field is only being used for soccer. It's narrow, which is not ideal, but the field is in good shape. It actually held up pretty well with some rain when I was down there last. I didn't know you were at Jackson High. I was at Eagles Landing. I didn't play at Henry County my senior year. Our first year of region soccer, we hosted Henry County at Eagles Landing. But, yeah, the field is much better because it's not being used for football anymore. So that's a big help. It should be a great match. Kevin is representing the Georgia Storm in the chat. Very cool to see. I love what the Storm Chasers are doing over there. The Uprising in McDonough, again, two grassroots clubs that are doing some really cool things and putting really talented teams on the field. It's awesome. I love it. All right, let's get into the MLS schedule, and we'll get into fantasy at the end. We've got to move fast because I have